Reinstall the Magic Arena. How's that? I was actually looking at the what the timeless decks were the other day, because I was kind of curious if that format had changed much or not. I don't think it has. It has not. I don't need any wild cards to play. That is nice. Not having to spend more money on it is definitely a nice thing. What's up, Rambo? Beans is unplayable, though. Feels Omnath, man. That's a heck of a card to find, isn't it? One heck of a card to find. What is the combo deck? Is it what was it? Show and tell, right? Yeah. That's what I thought. Oh yeah, Belcher. Yeah, it sounds about right. What have you been playing? One cost, 5 cost. 2 win with the snap quests. I guess we'll have to do some regular snap, get those done. Mono black, nice. And blue black with frog. Yeah, frog seems pretty nuts. I think that card got banned in Legacy. Ladder deck of choice. I've mainly been playing Scream Doom. It's been the main deck I've been on when I play ladder. It's been pretty good. So is the One Ring? I don't think One Ring was banned in Legacy. I think it was banned in Modern. I could be wrong about that, though. Yeah, One Ring is a very silly card. Yeah, I like mine better personally. I can show it after this game. But yeah, I've liked mine quite a bit. I think I have it posted here somewhere. Yeah, here it is. Negasonic, eh? What was the first card I played here? My blue Marvel. Oh, Christ. That's not very nice, opponent. It's not very nice at all. I'd go so far as to say it's pretty rude. Well, damn. Really unfortunate. Guess I should have played Shauna first. This is my list, though. I do Lad over... I don't know what the typical one is. I know KM plays Kingpin and Sandman. I pretty strongly disagree on Sandman. And I think Bob is just better than Kingpin most of the time. Although Kingpin's a fine budget sub if you don't have Bob. But I think Bob is just the better card. I just like Lad a lot in this deck. Because, like, most of the hits are decent, and then if you hit either of the Dooms, it's really, really good. But in worst case, you can hit, like, another Mover, a Red Guardian. Really, there aren't any terrible hits in the deck. So yeah, this is the main thing I've played on Ladder when I play Ladder this month. It's been quite enjoyable. I'm going to switch the Tribunal one to get this quest done. Bum, 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 bum. Surtur. Magneto. Juggernaut. That's kind of rude. A bit rude. Oh, I take it back. That almost cooked me. Only almost, though. Energy, 6 cost. Oh, we're getting close. We have 76 hundo. So does that mean I'll finish it tomorrow? Might be Wednesday. What, it's like 800-ish? New card day tomorrow. New Year's Eve tomorrow, too. Probably gonna do a longer stream tomorrow for the final day. Oh, augers. Big poggers.
I am Iron Man.
Yeah, the cards seem fun. Should be a good time. Well, we're gonna have a very arbitrarily large number. That's a big number. Casual 19,000 in each lane. No big deal. Bum, 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 bum. Damn, if only it were 4 energy, we'd be popping off. Fancy Deadpool. Bum, bum, bum.
Definitely need to change my underwear. Enough said, bub.
A lot of crackles.
Enough said, bub. Behold my mighty hand.
It's fine. We hit Claw off the lad, then we profit. Easy clap. I probably should have just played the Tribunal for the quest, actually. But... oh, well.
What a game!
Law. Boom. It's too easy.
I am Iron Man.
Too easy. Ba, ba, ba. Ba, 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 ba. Megasonic, rude. Red Hulk, bah.
Behold my mighty hand.
Well, if my goal is to win, I would just be playing Law. But I want to get my quest done. So I'm gonna play Tribunal.
I am Iron Man.
Oh, that's funny. They got Super Scroll.
The mischief intrigues me.
Rip. Bum, 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 bum. And switch back to the Ultron one now. Ba, 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 ba. Ba, 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 ba. Bum, 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 bum. Havoc. That's some value. Rip Cosmo. The Anti-Venom worth 6k. So, in terms of card quality, I think Anti-Venom is probably a card that is worth it. However, there is a gold bundle coming with him in it. I don't know the exact date off the top of my head, but so I would wait for that.
We are the future.
We can see, let's see.
There's no strings on
It's not till February. Unfortunately. It's in February, but assuming it stays the same or near the same, it's probably one of the best bundles we've had. The Anti-Venom variant, 3k tokens, 3k credits, 4,500 gold. So if you're not in a rush to play it, I would probably wait. I would probably wait. You can get some better value.
strings on me.
Oof. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Finally tried out the Rivals Jeff event. Didn't actually like it as much as I thought I was going to, given I liked Splatoon quite a bit, but it was fine. It was some casual fun. Oh, they're Patriot too. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, bum. Do Galacta. Iron Man.
Iron Man.
Enough?
There's no strings on me. There's no strings on me.
It is enough. Just barely. Alright, well. High voltage quests done. So what? 500 plus 250 plus 150. So it's 900. We need 3,600. So it's 4 more refreshes. Lee with the Prime for 22 months. Thanks, Lee. Appreciate the support. Hope you're doing well. Let's get some Pogfish in the chat. I need to figure out why my sub alert is like wrong half the time. It's like a basic alert instead of the one I normally have. I don't know why that is a thing. That's a project to figure in the new year. Let's see. Let's get these win with the snap quests done real quick. I put the ice border on Doom. It looks pretty good. Get that little bit of extra border value since he spawns other cards. Oh. That's value.
Wind, aid my hand.
Wonder if it's better to play another card here over a bot. Ooh.
Friendly neighborhood Spider-Man here.
Well, they're fucked. Bum, bum, bum. This is clickbait. You're not in high voltage, true. What's up, Scotta? Alright, that's one snap done. I blame the game. The game is forcing me to engage with it regularly for my quests. I have 2 win with snap quests. Now we only have 1. Oh, we got the good card. I'm excited for the what's his name, the Leaper. That card looks like it could be really cool for this deck. Might even go in the Bob spot, although Bob is still kind of goated. Baytrock, the Leaper. That's the card. Do 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 do. Red Guardian, where are you, my child? That's not Red Guardian. Surely they play right. They're gonna play mid, aren't they? Unlucky. Decided to go into crime. Oh, crime stream. I thought you meant crime as a concept. I'm just like... I was very confused for a moment. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, 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 bum. Alright, Doom, you have one job. Don't go left, please. I'm asking you very nicely to not go left. Please adhere to my request. Post haste. There's Kitty. There's an Iron Man. Those are big numbers. I don't believe in doing math in this house. The classic Zola 50/50. Peak MarvelSnap. Right there. Doom do be ruling out here.
I am Iron Man.
My brother in Christ. What did I mean, I guess the Cosmo, where they put the Cosmo didn't matter, but like it's kind of funny. Doom's pretty chill. Pretty chill card. Now he's extra chill because he's got his icy border. That wasn't a snap game though. I needed to... wasn't sure I was going to win, so I didn't snap. Ba, ba, ba. Ba, 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 ba. It's husky. No. Oh, I mean, I can snap. Wait, if I snap, I have to snap now. Snap now to move the bob. I can't decide if I want to use a border on my arrow. I like the neon blue, but the ice border is better. It is a tough question. Bum, bum, bum. Yeah, I hoard borders a lot too. I've got quite a collection. Brood? Killmonger? Okay. What is he cooking? Surfer? Surfer gaming would be my guess. I'm fine with that. Nova. Sure. Oh, fuck off. Are you serious? Wait, we have Jeff, though. Does Jeff ever win? Well, wait, he can't Nova this. You used the Killmonger already. So he gains 2. He goes to 16, I go to 16. Surfer isn't a lot. I could Magneto. Magneto might be the only way to win. If I pull Killmonger. Because if I do this, I don't think I'm winning tie breaks. This is a 50-50. It pulls the right thing. Oh, okay. Oh. Oh, he had Sacred Timeline. Ew. Well, that's kind of silly. But wait, do I still win? Pull the Killmonger? It didn't pull the Killmonger. I would have lost the right, though. Well, copycat, professional scam artist, as always. Such a brain dead design, dude. Teehee, I punished you for putting a higher value card in your deck. I get to play a 6-cost card for 3. I am very intelligent. I don't know. I'm shocked he didn't snap back there. Copycat do be pretty stupid sometimes.
Live from the Daily Bugle.
Bum, 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 bum. That's my Jeff, sir. That's a rock. Sure. Come on, Iron Lad. Boo. Bum, 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 bum. I guess they're trying to avoid pulling Apocalypse. No, I got a rock. Oh, they can just move the Jeff. Just gonna do this. Okay. Just give me an easy snap game so I can get my quest done. Ba, 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 ba. Hood, I think this is the Havoc deck. Or it's just a bounce deck. Sure.
Friendly neighborhood Spider-Man here.
Come on, lad. Show me the good stuff. Why is there a goblin here?
We are the future.
Alright, we take those. Iron Man, Dagger, Ghost Spider at mid. Sure. What in the opium? Okay. So they're just playing move bounce, but bad. I guess we take those. Ba, 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 ba. Mm, 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 mm. Do, 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 do. Bum, 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 bum. So they get my Magneto. I get a Vulture. Oh god. Well, it's not an ideal matchup. Except when we get Red Guardian off the top, baby. Please. It's not Red Guardian. Sad. Big sad. Yeah, we're not going to have enough points. Wearing the anti-venom bundle is going to disappear because I want it and I already have 3,700 saved. Yeah. I don't think it'll totally disappear. It might change in terms of cost or what you get out of it, but only time will tell. I mean, this is a pretty hard matchup to win if they draw even remotely well. Fucking hate the move decks, man. The good news is apparently people are getting less dog shit at playing them, so maybe it'll eventually get nerfed.
Friendly neighborhood Spider-Man here.
Yeah, the spider was pretty cheeky there. Okay. So they have one big thing. Okay, and dagger is big thing number 2. That's not great. There's just no way to win this game, right? Can I ever do... No, it doesn't do anything. Sure. Gotta love bounce move, man. Gotta love bounce move. True big brain deck right there. You see, I move my cards and then I bounce them and throw priority so you can't interact with me. But everyone says it's okay because it's high skill cap. Play Scar and murder move. See, the thing is, I don't want to be forced into playing something else to deal with the deck I don't like. Because then it doesn't fix my issue with the deck. It's like when people tell me to play fucking Cassandra Nova against Arsham. Will I beat Arsham more? Definitely. But like, if I have to go out of my way to play something I don't want to play to do that, it's still not ideal to me. If I really wanted to murder it, I'd go play fucking Sarah Control with Invisible Woman and just shit on them. This deck can win the matchup too. It's not impossible. It's just annoying. That is some horse shit. That is some horse shit. Although I still get off the Red Guardian, but fucking Atlantis, are you serious? Atlantis to flip the priority. Fortunately, whatever they play there should allow me to still get the hit, unless it's literally Dagger. Okay, it is Dagger, but it's fine. Safety works in mysterious ways. What can I say? Holy fuck. I mean, there's no way for me to get around this unless I play Lad and hit Jeff, I guess. Otherwise, I'm always getting filled here, no matter what. I could Scream Polaris. I don't get a Doombot, but... yeah. Oh, well. I mean, we're gonna retreat anyway, because this matchup is dog shit. Much like this game. Dude. Yep. I mean, the arrow positioning doesn't matter, right? There's never... doesn't change anything. If I play it left, it goes here, all the cards go right. Fucking move bounce, dude. Fucking move bounce. Just give me one matchup that's not that so I can snap. Just want my stupid quests done, man. Without playing against these brain dead bounce decks. Bum, 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 bum. Yeah, it makes sense. I'm gonna just do this and then Magneto them or something. I guess I have to be scared of Legion. It's annoying. Means I probably can't snap them.
Who the winds bring?
Mm-mm-mm. Ah, they've drawn almost their whole deck. They have to have Legion, right? I mean, they don't have to. It's likely, but whatever. 2 cubes, who cares? Ba, 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 ba. They could storm the mid, yeah. That's an option too. Alright. You are bad. Huh? Deadpool emote? Deadpool emote? I have 2 brain cells, and I'm struggling to use them. Deadpool emote? Deadpool emote? Holy shit, dude. Honestly. Putting emotes in this children's card game was a mistake, because you have the most brain-dead morons who feel good about their 1 cubes and need to rub it in. You see, I am actually very intelligent, because I have the card Storm and Legion in my deck. And it benefits me when there are weird locations. Now, I don't capitalize on that benefit, you know, until the final turn, because I am fucking brain dead, but I expect nothing else from this community. Discard? Sure. I should probably save this for Dracula, but Morbius gets pretty big too. Colleen. Blade. Sure. Phew. Maybe we clog them? Yeah, the missions are a grind. I probably wouldn't have done it if I hadn't been playing high voltage. It worked for the grinding. Get pulled. What's up, Trisov? bum, 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 bum. They only have 3 cards. I assume one of them is Apocalypse. Oh, I should have boomered. I should have boomered for my quest. I forgot. I forgot. I'm trying to get my quest done. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Workshop? Sure. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Board? Sure. Polaris. Robert. Next best thing. Snap viewership has indeed taken a hit. That is a true fact. Unfortunate, but it is what it is. Almost like Second Dinner not doing anything for like a year about their card acquisition had larger implications. The larger game. It's crazy. If only they could have seen this coming. If only. Only someone could have warned them. It's not all bad, though. Giving me a reason to explore other things. Damn, I inadvertently helped them. Maybe in a bit. How do I ever win this fucking game? I don't. Right. We're super cooked. I mean, I could Hulk. I could Hulk. How much is Hulk even? 12 in one lane. 17, 18, 19, 20. It's just no world. Bro, just give me my one stupid fucking Snap quest game, man. Holy shit. I am indeed enthused to Snap. It's just fucking boring. I think is my issue. There's nothing exciting to be in Snap right now. I'm more annoyed that I just am not having a situation to finish this dumbass quest. I could just go into Conquest, I guess. But I have played a whole lot less Snap in the last 2 or 3 weeks, and I don't see that changing much. But hey, we got a Pokemon set in a month, so we've got that going for us. Alright, we got a good curve. Oh, now just have them draw rocks. Do I have Prio? I do. Oh, fuck. Are you serious? I can't Red Guardian because of... That's alright. I'll Red Guardian on 5, I guess. Fun fact, you can use Dark Dimension to still trigger Doom. What, you didn't like a taste of your own medicine, buddy? The insta-retreat, that is funny. What quest? The quest was just winning with the snap. That was the whole reason I switched to ladder. It was because I couldn't do it in high voltage. But all the games we were getting were like bad to snap on. So it took a while longer. Yeah. I don't like the eye for eye, apparently. Yeah, this is like pretty much the only thing I've been playing outside of the high voltage piles the last 2 or 3 weeks. It's a good deck. I have to change the Red Guardian back because it doesn't match. Now it matches. Fun deck, good deck. Move bounce is kind of annoying, but you can beat them sometimes. I built this for Lasher. I'll probably try this out whenever he shows up. Should be neat. New card tomorrow too, but not sure what I'm gonna do with it. I brewed a little for it, but can't believe Bounce has been co-opted by Move. Yeah, Move is taken over. Move is taken over. All it took was like 2 big buffs and what, 2 or 3 new support cards to finally make Move not terrible. Yeah, I have the wolf deck you posted. Seems fun. I put an Agent Venom over one of the bouncers, but I don't think it really matters. See, this is good, honest bounce. None of those move cards. Well, I mean, Werewolf moves, but he's an exception. Oh, apparently I have this. When did I get this? Was this an album? Must have been an album. Was it an album? It was an album. I need one more here for some juicy credits. Oh, these are all super rares, so seems unlikely. Maybe one will be in a premium mystery. A lot of albums now, there sure are. They've been doing like, what, 2 a month? And then they have some character albums too. The character ones are great because I always complete these without having to do anything. Yeah, there are a shit ton of albums. So let's see. What are the new cards gonna do to the game? So we have this in Lasher. tomorrow/Wednesday. Basically, Luke Cage stonks to the moon. Break out those Luke Cages. He's gonna be goated. Victoria Hand being the first card is interesting. Pairs well with Iron Patriot. This card seems so silly. This feels like a Hearthstone card. This makes me think of like a Hearthstone type card. There's so much range to what it can produce. It's gonna make for some very silly high rolls. -4 cost on a 4, 5, or 6 is a lot. A lot of the 4 drops aren't the greatest, though. 5 drops are pretty good, and 6 drops are pretty good. The earliest you can play it is on turn 4, but I don't know. I mean, I'm sure it'll be good. I'm more interested in this card, though. Cards that were created in your hand have +2 power. Do we finally get a Quinjet deck? What would that even look like? Victoria Hand, Quinjet, Sentinel. Sentinel Gaming. Iron Patriot. Is that a Loki card? Well, Loki doesn't work that way anymore. Loki changes the deck now, not the hand. It also wouldn't work with it because it's only created in hand. They're probably gonna buff Loki at some point. Who knows? Coulson. What else would something like this even want? She could go the Moon Girl route if you want to get cute with it, I guess. That seems unnecessary, though. You probably want Bob in an Iron Patriot deck. This doesn't look great. Mockingbird for the generated cards. Hand. What cards do things with things in the hand? Dino? Maybe Dino. It could be a Dino deck. It's probably going to be a Dino deck, I guess. Valentina, maybe? Is Collector good? Not really, although he might be playable in something like this just because there's so much hand generation. This kind of looks like a pile, though. Fuck it. Why not throw in Moon Girl? The classic Moon Girl Dino combo. It's not bad with Bob and Mockingbird either. This is probably too much hand generation. But I guess you won't always find all of them. If you get Cosmo to protect our stuff. Could just put in more cheap generation. This looks pretty bad. Yeah, I don't think Moon Girl will be great here, but I'm sure there will be some situations where it's like you Victoria hand into like Iron Patriot Moon Girl or something maybe. But Moon Girl probably is better with less card generation, I agree. Just don't know what other cards a deck like this wants. It's probably going to be inconsistent either way. But I am interested, like, I think this is a cool card, and it'll be fun to mess around with. Moonstone, I've seen so many people who are like, this card's terrible, and it's like, I don't think so. I think this is just a Patriot card. You just play this in Patriot. It's better Mystique in Patriot. Card generation decks that have Wiccan. That could work. That could work. I remember Ika was playing one of those. She'd probably be pretty good there. But yeah, this is just a Patriot card. Good with Dazzler, good with Patriot. Other than that, I don't know where else this would find a home. Maybe in a Spectrum deck, but Spectrum decks aren't really a thing right now. Like if you go Ant-Man and Jean or something, Gore, it's only it only doubles your 1, 2s, and 3s. Cerebro 6 meme, yeah. Cerebro 6. Bullseye seems pretty good in discard. I'm not sure what you cut for it, but although it might be a bit win more. Because really when it pops off, it's discarding swarms and whatever the symbiote is that discards. I get the names mixed up. But that can add up to a lot of power. Scorns, that's it. This card will probably be pretty good in discard, I imagine. Pretty decent. Ares. This one's pretty cool. I don't know if it'll be good. But I guess if you build your deck around it, it might not be bad. A 4/12 is a lot of stats. Scar probably plays this, doesn't it? Scar will often get it to be 4/12, and it'll buff Surtur. This is probably a Scar card. Seems fine. I don't know where else you'd play it. I mean, a lot of decks wouldn't mind running a 4/12, but you need to be able to actually proc it. Otherwise, you get a 4/6. 4/6 not so good. Ares mill. Mill their cards, so... Well, mill kind of works the opposite, doesn't it? Because you're, like, usually milling their cheapest card. I guess you could steal a card with Cable. It's probably fine. The effect looks cool, though. Someone data mined the effect, and it looked pretty cool. The deck's empty, you always have more power. That is a factually true statement. I guess you could play it on the final turn with Mill. Seems fine. Those are all the cards for the month. So many different directions. I guess Moonstone could be good with Victoria Hand. Like, you double up this buff on all your cheap things. Oh, wait. Moonstone could be kind of cool here. Because Moonstone can double up your Quinjet and your Victoria Hand. So you make your generated cards even cheaper, and you give them even more buffs. That's kind of pog. That do be kind of pog. It's the Joust mechanic from Hearthstone, yeah. Joust was really bad. I remember Joust. I was there when Joust came out. The good old days. Oh god, what'd I do? What's our last card in this deck? Probably want another 3-drop. Another 3 or another 4. Yeah, I'm not super inspired by a lot of the upcoming designs, to be honest. I think they're fine, but I don't think they're gonna add to the game super meaningfully. Maybe speed, because this deck tries to spend its mana. Works with Moonstone. Red Guardian. Red Guardian's just the universal tech. Dino. Not bronze anymore. Bronze and what? So, let's see. Oh, and Magic. Let's see. And then we have the new Captain America, which will be kind of cool. This card will be cool. I think this will be fun to mess around with. You get Cap shield, you can move the shield, and then the shield buffs your Captain Americas when it moves to their location. It's pretty neat. I predict this month they finally give Spectrum her point of power back. Spectrum finally brought back to her former glory. Joaquin Torres, just mini Wong for 1-drops. Kind of cute. But I'm not super interested in this effect. Feels very win more for Bounce. Like, Bounce has enough points most of the time. I don't think it really needs this. They finally printed a draw card. Although I think it's not very good. It might be okay. I don't know. I feel like the times your opponent is most likely to float are turn 1 or turn 2. Yeah, there are some nice Rians coming up. Red Wing seems good. Just you can bounce another. It's a mini bounce. 1-drop that you can bounce to continue bouncing. Although I don't even know. Does Bounce even run this? Does Bounce even run this card? I guess you could use this with Werewolf, and it won't bounce your Werewolf. That's kind of handy. Unlike Beast. Yeah, that makes sense. Diamondback. Enemy cards here afflicted with negative power have an additional -2. Luke Cage says hello. Luke Cage says hi. I wonder what they're going to do with Luke Cage long term. Like, I've got to imagine they don't like how every single afflict card they make gets countered by Luke Cage. But at the same time, you can't just, like, hard nerf Luke Cage. Because, like, a lot of these afflict cards were balanced with Luke Cage existing in mind. So it puts them in a bit of a predicament. I feel like you'd have to do a lot of other changes if you change Luke Cage. Yeah. Remember when Luke Cage only did one lane? Crazy times. But yeah, February, aside from the season pass card, is not my month. This card looks okay for Werewolf, but I don't want to play with like any of these other cards except for the season pass card. This card should be... This card's at least interesting and does something different. Like, none of these other cards do anything that interesting or different to me. What cards do I think will be strong? So, I think Iron Patriot will be strong. I think Victoria Hand has a decent chance to be strong, if nothing else, in like a Wiccan deck with some generation. Moonstone will be great in Patriot, and it's hard to imagine it anywhere else other than some like bad Spectrum deck. Bullseye will probably be decent, but he's kind of rough if you miss him on 3, because the discard curve out usually doesn't want to find time for this, but sometimes you can weave it in with a blade or whatever. I think he'll be pretty decent. Ares will be good in Scar, but I don't know if it'll be good anywhere else. And then this month I'm just not super excited for outside of the pass card. Like, Joaquin feels like he is very win more in like a bounce deck. Like, I don't see what world you want to play a Wong for 1-drops. Like, the effect's strong, sure, but I mean, I guess you could make a bunch of like demons or something. Yeah, if you're missing 2 cards, it doesn't hurt to open. If you're interested in the cards, at least. This card, I think, will probably be good in the right deck. Like, I could see Surtur running this just to draw your big dudes. I was convinced they were going to buff Kang that week, but I think they commented on it recently, and it makes it sound like they're not going to buff Kang that week. Someone asked if they were buffing Kang, and they were like, well, we've had some ideas, but nothing we've really liked. It's like, bro, it's been like 2 years. How have you not come up with a new card design? I think the real answer is, like, they put low priority into full old card redesigns, because it's essentially making a new card that they can't sell very effectively. Because so many people own Kang, because the card was hyped when it came out. Yeah, drawing a big card, mainly the appeal for it is finding your Scar or finding one of your 4/10s. I think it's probably good for this. I could even see this in something like a high Evo deck, maybe, but those decks aren't very good. And then Diamondback just... I don't know, this card seems bad to me. Like, in a world where Luke Cage isn't the hard counter to every Afflict card, this card could be interesting. You pair it with Man-Thing and US Agent, and then it's pretty poggers. But, like, as long as Luke Cage is lurking, this card's gonna be a 3/3 a lot of the time. Isn't Rocket and Groot just a better version of this? Kind of. This has higher potential, right? And I think the biggest thing is Diamondback can be good on the final turn, whereas Rocket and Groot most likely isn't good on the final turn. Yeah, they're pretty different. Yeah, I could see Thaddeus going in the Moon Girl She-Hulk stuff to grab She-Hulk. It could make sense. Seems reasonable. Like, I think all these cards seem fine. I wish I was more excited for some of them, though. At least the one I like quite a bit is the first week. Timing back into Spider-Woman, yeah, value. Big value. I think these cards are cool. I just have a hard time seeing how they're gonna change things very much, but Moonstone buffs Patriot, which is nice and works nicely with Victoria Hand. If something like this or I mean, it probably won't look exactly like this. It'll probably look a little different. But if something like this works, that'd be fun. I want like new decks. I want like new things to try in terms of decks, not just like put one new card into an old deck is where I'm at. And out of the new cards, this card definitely can make a new deck. Iron Patriot, I imagine, will just go with Victoria Hand. I'm not sure what a new deck around that looks like. Yeah, like I want new archetypes, or like at least the archetypes to look different enough to, I don't know, feel different. Because like Rocket and Groot isn't making a new archetype or anything, right? Most Snap cards aren't. It's a good card, but it's not going to spawn something new. I don't think Moonstone will either. Maybe it brings back the Spectrum stuff, but I think that's cope. I think that might be some copium. Bullseye's a buff to discard, but I don't think that deck's going to play super differently. And then Ares is probably a buff to Surtur, but I'm not sure where else you'd play that card. Yeah, I think a lot of people, myself included, would like if Double Dino had some time back in the sun. I missed that card. Pokemon expansion really showed us how stale a one-card drip gets. It really did. It really did. Like, I think a lot of people are feeling that way. I know I'm feeling that way. Like, the excitement from the Pokemon, just the one-pack set, I was so excited to, like, brew and try out new things and see what other people were trying out. And I have a hard time remembering the last time I was that excited about Snap. I enjoyed Galacta quite a bit, I guess. That card was a bit different. And promoted some brewing, but I just don't like the one card a week cycle. I think makes it really hard to constantly make new decks and things to explore. It's very unfortunate. Where do I find new decks? Usually on Discord or hopping around through streams. I'll get messages from friends like Safety Blade. But I don't really have a number one place I go to. Yeah, Arsham, Thanos, Haivo, pre-nerf Loki, Hela, yeah. It's just very hard to make a whole new deck off of one card, right? Usually it involves them printing support like beforehand, and then like a good example would be Surtur, right? Surtur gave you a really big payoff for doing Scar stuff, and then they buffed up some of the like 410s and whatnot to make it work better. And though the Surtur deck did actually exist before Surtur came out with Mockingbird, but it got nerfed. Yeah, OTAs are the closest thing Snap has to an expansion, and unfortunately OTAs, like, I think they play it very safe a lot of the time in OTAs. Articles, OTAs. I was looking through this because I thought it'd be fun to do a video on like the worst nerfs in Snap or something. So I was like looking through, and so many of the OTAs, they do, well, more recently they've been doing bigger ones because they've only been doing one a month. But like, so many of these changes are pretty safe. Oh, this was one where they did a bit more in the way of changes. But like Heimdall, Jessica Jones, Crystal, these changes could have not been in the patch and nobody would have noticed. Nobody would have noticed those, or Bucky, and that doesn't mean these aren't, you know, good changes or whatever. Like, I don't mind seeing these underused cards get some help. But it doesn't, seeing Heimdall have 10 power or Jessica Jones get +5 doesn't make me want to play with these cards more than I already did. And it doesn't make me have a new way to brew around them or anything. I think that's one of the bigger issues for Snap, and it took a while, but I think we were finally getting to the point where a lot of people are not as into the 1 card a week cycle. I think you're seeing it from creators too. It's also just annoying how it becomes everyone plays the new card or plays a counter to the new card. Because it makes it hard to see how the new card fits into the metagame, because everyone gets forced into doing the same thing. I don't really like that. What's up, Lost Rabbit? Did they give the key compensation yet? No, not yet. It's probably going to be in the new year. I don't think they're back in the office, so to speak. Digital office, I guess, but they include a lot of like these minor changes in OTAs that do so little. The Zabu change is pretty big. The Hellcat nerf is pretty big. All right, this is actually a bigger OTA. But when like half of your OTA is changing such minimal numbers on cards, like this OTA, it's like, oh boy, we gave 1 extra power to like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 cards got an extra power. Yippee! And it's not even really a balance issue. Like, objectively speaking, the game is a lot better balanced than it used to be. The balance in Snap was really rough for a very long time. Like, the whole first year of Snap, I think, had very far from good balance. This year has been pretty alright for most of the time. It's had its highs and lows, but if it was 4 new cards in every box, that could be cool instead of 1. Yeah. I think they'd run out of designs, and then they also couldn't price it as high as they like. New card releases, let's say Moonstone. And let's say it only goes into Patriot. It's like, okay, I'm just playing Patriot. I just play a random 4/6 onto a Patriot lane on turn 4. It doesn't really add anything in terms of fun or enjoyment. Yeah. Like, I think we can look at some of the more recent cards that were cool and did add some more interesting gameplay. Like, Malekith was a good one. This card was viable in a bunch of different decks, and it wasn't just straightforward goes into one specific deck, and it kind of made you think about your deck building a bit. Is it interesting though? I think it's interesting by comparison. I think it's interesting compared to a lot of the other cards because it promoted more interesting deck building. It also added consistency, which was kind of nice. I wasn't very high on this card before it came out, but I really liked it. It'd be nice to see them maybe once in a while do more reworks cards. I agree. Card reworks, I think, can go a long way. Like, remember when they buffed... Remember when they reworked Atuma? Everyone was playing Atuma. It was fun. They took a card that was useless and made it not useless. That was cool. But when you release only 1 card at a time, you run into the issue of it's hard to build an archetype off of 1 card. Like, unless you're making an Arsham or a High Evo or something, it's very hard to make a new archetype off of 1 card. And so Snap just doesn't add in new archetypes super often. Occasionally archetypes will get transformed, like the rise of move bounce mainly happened because of a mix of buffs and new support cards being added. Madam Web and Aranya being really good, Toxin being really good. But it's just very challenging to introduce new archetypes to the game. And I think that's really bad. think that is a really bad problem to have in a card game. Now, it's fine if you're just playing the game while you're taking a shit and like jamming your destroy deck a bunch. It's probably preferable for those players. But if you're someone who likes brewing a lot of decks, if you go back and look over like metagame tier lists for like the past month, some things will move up and down a bit, but you don't really see a whole lot of innovation because there's not much room to innovate with the cards that exist. It's like people have played the game a lot. They've figured out a lot of the things. And it's definitely led to me playing less Snap than I used to. Because, like, building different decks is the thing I like about card games. Like, I don't even know what I'm doing with Rocket and Groot tomorrow other than probably playing a Patriot, or not Patriot, a Surfer deck or something. Might do a buff deck once I get Lasher, but nothing super sticks out to me in terms of like, oh yeah, that's gonna be a really interesting effect to build around. It's like, no, it's kind of like Nocturne. You just jam it in a bunch of decks. Hashtag revert Nocturne, by the way. This card could go back to a 3/5 and no one would blink an eye. That or fucking make this a 3/4. This card has no business being a 3/5. They costed this like the effect is a downside sometimes, and it is so very rare it is a downside. It is an upside 9 out of 10 times, and a pretty significant upside, as well as good information. This card is hilariously overstated for its effect. Because at worst case, you just get a fucking 3/5. 3/5s are fine. Yeah, I'm very much in favor of old card reworks. But then you run into the issue of like, well, they don't like changing the pool 1 and 2 cards a lot. Sometimes they do, but it's more rare because they don't like messing up the early game experience that they curated, which fair enough. And so that leaves pool 3. If you look at pool 3, cards, series 3. There are only so many cards they can buff or rework. Adam Warlock has to be one of them. Adam Warlock desperately needs a change to be an interesting card. But a lot of these cards are like fine at what they do, and I don't think they need too much of a rework. I'm sure there are some in here, but Howard the Duck, for sure. But a lot of the cards serve a role. It's just the roles are kind of niche, and they don't hold up to the power creep. Rescue, please. Buff Rescue or rework Rescue. You know what was funny? One of the things I proposed for this card was, what if Rescue just buffed your next played card? And so many people were like, nah, bro, it'd be broken. It'd be broken. And then what do we get? We get Galacta, which, yes, it's less power all at once, but Galacta you can proc multiple times. And I said you'd probably have to lower the power on the card. Could Rescue or Jessica be activate cards? I think giving activate to most cards that cost 4 or more is usually making them worse, unfortunately. I think most cards, if you want to make it activate, it should be somewhere between 1 to 3. Think of Silk becoming a mini werewolf. Lower base power, but every time she moves, gains +1. That might get out of hand kind of quickly, but it's a neat idea. Silk sometimes moves a lot. But that is I wouldn't mind seeing Silk be a bit more interesting than she currently is. But yeah, it's funny to be like, oh, they could have buffed this card this way, then they made a card that was kind of just like that. Arguably better than this. if it were buffed. But yeah, so many of these cards, like Valkyrie could probably use a buff. What if they made Valkyrie an activate? Probably be bad, because you couldn't play it on the final turn. You could make it 4, but then you have Shang-Chi 2, and you probably don't want that. But yeah, I don't think there are as many like totally worthless cards as there used to be in Series 3. And a lot of the weaker ones have slowly gotten better over time, or at least like they've tried to make them better. Yeah, as soon as Scream came out and became popular, Silk just went straight to the bin. Yeah, I'm still waiting for my first edition Valkyrie second dinner. You fucks. Paid 6,000 tokens for this card. Where's my first edition badge, Ben Brode? I'm waiting. I remember I used to play her in Thanos Zoo with Soulstone. It was fun. You slam her on the Soulstone lane and it shrinks all their stuff, and it was glorious. Good times. Here's my first edition Kang. They Kang snapped it out of existence. They were just like, let's just rewind time a little bit and get rid of first edition badges. So, January's probably going to be a bit of a nothing burger in terms of like updates to the game outside of like the cards, right? Maybe they'll do an event. Although, if they're just rotating events right now, I would hope they don't bring back Deadpool's Diner. I think that would be not a move. That would not be a great move to bring back Deadpool's Diner so quickly. I love Diner. They need to make it better. They need to make it feel less shitty. Because it was like it was at least a little split the first time. But God, round 2, the amount of people who disliked it, I feel like went up by a lot. I'm not a fan. I think the idea of what Diner could have been isn't a bad idea. But I think it just has so many more like negative outcomes than positive outcomes on the average player. And it would be different if it was actually some like competitive thing. But like every time they do something where they're like, oh, this is going to be our competitive thing, it's not competitive at all. There's like no real competitive aspect to it. It's the illusion of competitive. Yeah, Ghost, I wouldn't mind seeing a change too. Are you talking about Deadpool's Diner? Is Game get a tournament? No. Second Dinner doesn't believe in tournaments. The closest we get is leagues. When was the last league, by the way? It's been a while, huh? They stopped doing that. Can't say I miss them. But when was the last league? I guess I can look. I can check because I uploaded a video about it. Because they suck. What I find funny is that they never even released their quote-unquote paid leagues. And I think I know why. Because nobody wanted it. League. Where is it? I guess I didn't cover the last league. Unless, was the last league in August? Was that really it? I thought they ran one more. No, they did run one more. They ran the one with Moon Girl and Dino. November, okay. Thought it was more recent. Stop trashing my competitive game mode, which is way better for good players like me since I can win, yeah. It's crazy. I've been playing Snap for 2+ years and not a single album completed. That is kind of wild. Although I guess I can see it if you're not really big into the cosmetics or any of the characters they featured. It was basically a real tweet. I believe it. I believe it. Oh, I only need one more of these for some credits too. These are all 700s, aren't they? I'll get one of these randomly. And then I'll get paid out. I like these variants. The food ones are fun. I have not bought in a single one of these. Just opened them. I'm like 50 or 60 variants off of having all the rare ones. Not something I'm trying to go for, but it naturally ticks up over time, I guess. Oh, this one's pretty good. How does it look with my variant? Okay, that's kind of sick. I might use this. I have so many. Look how many Moon Girl variants, dude. I'm stacked for mastery. Look at all these. This one goes kind of hard. I need to watch the... I really enjoyed the first season of Moon Girl and Devil Dino. It was a fun little animation. I never watched the second one, though. Moon Girl at least has a home in the She-Hulk deck, which is nice. I might use this one, actually. Dino looks pretty sick in the background. I also love this one, where she has, like, the fake Dino. Does Sauron need an update? Maybe, but I feel like the space to tweak that card is very narrow. Yeah, next week is a good key week. For sure, if you're missing those cards. I think it's one of the better ones of the month. Could have a tourney anyone could join, play a bunch of games till they get down to 5-12, and it becomes Conquest. And it's like a ladder. Twitch. Get 16, bunch of currency, maybe a couple season passes. I mean, they could do something like that. I don't think they value doing something like that, though. Also, it's not even Second Dinner who would do that. It would be Newverse. It would be Newverse. And I don't think Newverse is going to be doing very much because their parent company is winding down. Ultimately, though, I think the bigger thing is if you're going to do something like that, you need to wait until after you fix the fucking card acquisition. Because if you want to bring people back and get people excited, you should do it after the acquisition is less dog shit. Didn't Second Dinner cut ties with Newverse? No. There's a lot of misunderstanding about Newverse. ByteDance, which is Newverse's parent company, they are moving out of the gaming space. And out of all the things that they own, I believe, out of all the money that they made off their various properties, Snap was the thing that made them the most money. So since it's a big company, it takes it a long time to wind down. And they decide what they're doing with each individual thing and so on and so forth. And so as far as I'm aware, Newverse is still operating and working with Snap. Hell, Newverse ran the creator event thing they did for the 1-year anniversary. They still do things. They send creators stuff to give away. Like you've probably seen some of the giveaways on Twitter and whatnot. So like they're still working with them. Eventually they're probably going to close down or be sold off, but it hasn't happened yet. How much money Snap made in year one? Why not have a bigger team? So they have grown their team. The thing is, though, I'm pretty sure most of the spots they're growing are for their new game. I don't think they're vastly expanding the Snap team, but I don't know. There's going to be another big tournament soon. Not that I'm aware of. I can't say I've heard anything about that. I do know one thing for sure, though. I am not touching another fucking second dinner game with a 10-foot pole. I know that. Fool me once, shame on me. I think they're trying to make a match 3 game, like fucking Candy Crush or whatever. For all I hope it crashes and burns. Fuck them. I have zero interest in... I don't really like them very much as a company at the end of the day. I think everyone started off pretty optimistic about Second Dinner. Because it was like, oh, we're a small indie company and we have that funny Ben Brode guy, and they framed it very well. Oh, I have a golden girl. But I don't know. I have a much less positive image of them as a company compared to how I used to. Let's gamble a Sunspot split. This one's just for gold. Gold or no. Gold, no. We'll do gold / God split. One, two, three, four, 5. Split them 5 times. Honey Pop is the best match 3. I know nothing about match 3 games. I aim to keep it that way. I have enough. I don't want, like, I don't think I want another mobile game in my life. Mobile games are a plague. All right, well, we got a God split. That's cool. Consolation prize. It's not gold, but it is nice looking. Pocket's good though. Yeah, that's why I said another mobile game. I'm already playing Pocket. Well, blue goes very hard. It goes nice with the orange. I like it. Feels good, man. You got a nice split. Maybe I'll turn this deck back to mostly inked. Scared Pocket's gonna start doing what Second Dinner did. I mean, I'm sure they will ramp up the monetization over time. There's no doubt on that. One thing that's nice about Pocket though, like Pocket seems pretty reasonable in terms of like getting the base cards because the cosmetics are so expensive. Like if you want to chase them all. Snap's cards were always kind of expensive. It's just in the beginning you could ignore a lot of them. Like you could just skip a lot of the irrelevant cards, so it didn't matter that the cards are super expensive at the start as much, because you just skip them and nobody cared. I mean, and everyone was still like new to the game, so it was still exciting and had that new game shine on it. Maybe a weird idea for Sauron would be to give 2 abilities like Electro, remove all other ongoing abilities, while ongoings get +1 for each card without an ability. Inverse Patriot. Yeah, they could do something like that. Who knows? Do I have enough to split Monkey? I don't. Sad. Big sad. I almost do. I guess I'll save my credits. How do you think Pogo will ramp up monetization? I don't know, really. I mean, I think the answer really is if they can keep bringing in new players, like Snap, it'll be more expensive over time as you need to collect cards from multiple sets. Because Pocket's doing a lot of content per year. Pocket's going to be putting out more content than fucking Hearthstone, which is kind of wild. Pocket's doing one expansion every quarter, and if they pair that with like a mini pack set, I do have the perfect monkey set, but I don't have an inked monkey, and the rest of this deck is inked. I like them to match. I like them to match when they can. And I have most of this deck inked. Probably go for Shadow King next. I like this variant. But the Pot of Greed is too good. Titania is also a really good one. You don't expect they'll keep making expansions at the same rate? You don't think so? Why not? I mean, if they keep printing money, they're going to have to do a rotation at some point. Like, but they're trying to build it like it's a physical card game. Nice monkey, thanks. It's a good monkey. It'll be so many cards it will, but like, I don't think that's a problem, right? I think it'll work out. Because Pocket, just getting a hold of the base cards in Pocket isn't that expensive. It's fairly reasonable. Hell, I know multiple people who are like, yeah, I collected the whole base set free to play. It is DNA, and they are notorious for their greed. Yeah, I'm not holding my breath, right? Like, I'm sure we'll get a preview when they introduce trading, and we get to see what trading looks like. And I'm sure there are going to be some restrictions around it. Because otherwise it'd be like a secondary market, and no sane company would want to add a secondary market to their game. I mean, I don't think it's that deep. It's just like they have monetization practices that are less than desirable. I don't think it's anything particularly offensive compared to most mobile games, but I don't know the specifics. I might give them a border. I do kind of like the orange border, though. Cards in Pocket are straight ripped from the card game when I was a kid. Some of them are. Some of them just reuse the art. Some of them are new effects, though, right? Like, what did they do? I mean, I don't know. I think that people didn't like how they monetized Pokemon Go in some ways and stuff. I don't know the specifics, though. I've never really kept up with their games. So far, though, Pocket's been hidden. They've been doing pretty good. And it came at a great time. It came at a very good time for us Snap folks who wanted something different / something to push Second Inner to stop being asleep at the wheel. I think Snowguard and Emma could play with Victoria. Snowguard, maybe. I think White Queen is a relic from a bygone era that deserves a massive buff or a rework. At the very least, they could make this card be like Mirage. Copy their highest thing, but have +2 power. That would at least be kind of cool. And it would have some application. Like, you get ahead, you copy them with White Queen, suddenly you have their card, but slightly better. Like, there'd be a real application to, like, using this. It would be niche, but it would be cool. I mean, I guess you get that out of having the Victoria hand buff, I suppose, but this card was the GOAT back in the day in Devil Dino decks. Yeah, they're a small team. Changes like that would take a year to implement. It's funny because they actually like hinted at changing this card a while ago. They're like, well, stay tuned for an update on White Queen's name or something. And they're like, well, we found out it's actually harder to change the names in the database of our cards than we thought. So we put that on the side. Think of giving the copy card a discount. Too powerful? I don't even think that would be like too powerful per se in modern Snap. If she was a 4/1 and actually steals the card, people would hate that. People would hate that. You do not want to, and I say this to someone who likes doing stuff like that, you do not want to give card steal in a game like this. People would lose their mind. People would actually flip. If you take someone's gore, oh my god, dude. People would lose it, or they're Eliath. You would see like pre-nerf fucking... You would see pre-nerf Eliath levels of hatred. No cap. No cap. People would fucking hate it. I don't know. I hope they do something with this card. Got some cool variants for her. And she's a cool character. But there's just no purpose in playing this card. I'm waiting for them to fucking fix my girl Storm. It's a wed, not an if to me that they're gonna change this card again, but probably gonna take their sweet ass time doing it. It's crazy to me how they didn't see it coming, like the reaction to nerfing Storm instead of one of the other combo pieces. Like, it's so obvious to me how that was gonna go down, and they just walked straight into the rake. Like, it's like, yeah, of course, when you nerf a card that has been pretty inoffensive for a long time is a free new player card, and probably most importantly, Storm is the most iconic character out of the three by a mile. Fucking 90% of people had never heard of Legion before he was added in MarvelSnap, I bet. And then, what's his name? War Machine, he's cool and all, but Storm's, you know, one of the X-Men. Storm is more iconic than all of them combined times 5. Like, and so it's very funny to me they did a whole surprise Pikachu when everyone like flipped their shit about it. Like, wait, I thought you guys didn't like playing against Storm. It's like, no, Storm was fine. People just didn't like getting locked out on turn 5, which is understandable. But like, there were so many other ways they could have fixed that. Yeah, speaking of 80 Storm variants, how many Storm variants do we have here? Jesus Christ. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ultimate, by the way, for free. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I think this is the most variants I have for a card. That's so many. How many of these did I actually buy? I bought the Rian one. I bought this one. And then some of these were in bundles. Bundle. I think this was a bundle. Season pass. This one was free for, I don't know. This was like a launch reward or something. And then the rest were just random opens. This one's cool. I don't even have all of them. I know! She has so many. Look at this lockjaw. One thing I wish Pocket could steal Snap's homework on is I wish they made their card effects cooler. I think the card effects are so fucking boring and unnoticeable in Pocket. That's one thing Snap absolutely cooked on, was chasing cool splits and the custom card stuff. It's great. It's great. No other card game, I think, goes as hard with it. This art is great. Is there any worse feeling than having your Magikarp get kicked by Hitmonlee? Very true. Very true. I need to play some Pokemon. I'm probably gonna do some Pokemon tomorrow night. I need to record some footage for the YouTube. The Pocket content has been so weird because, like, I mean, the side channel is smaller and the algorithm was not working out very well for it because I took time off. But, like, the video will, like, do poorly and then, like, a day later it'll just start to tick up over time. And then it eventually falls off, but I don't understand it. It's like there's like this, it's like slow and then the graph ticks up a bunch and then it flatlines again. It's like, I don't know. I don't understand how the YouTube algorithm works sometimes. Like, what gives it that push and then why does it immediately fall off after like a few hours? I don't get it, but I don't really expect the Pocket content to super go anywhere crazy, but I like doing it. And so as long as I like doing it, I'll continue to do it. I do think the incorporating the mini set strategy was a great idea for that game, though. Like, just the Mythical Island set breathes so much new life into the game. Playing Pocket, I don't really get all the hype. It's just pack opening, looking for the one card to complete the collection, sifting through endless useless cards. Well, I mean, I think part of it is people just like playing the game, right? Some people like just collecting it. I think more people actually just like the collecting than the actual game, but I find the game to be quite fun. Scratch is a different kind of itch than Snap does. It's much more traditional card game focused. Also, there are a lot of tournaments for Pocket, if that's your thing. I haven't really done much with that, but in terms of if you want a digital card game that has a lot of player-run tournaments, they're doing pretty good. A lot of people run Pocket tournaments. But I think mostly it's just people are fans of the IP. Like, I'm a much bigger Pokemon fan than I am a Marvel fan. Because I played Pokemon games for way longer than I've known about Marvel stuff. So I have a much deeper attachment to the intellectual property and the characters, and hell, I've got like I've got a bunch of Pokemon things just around me here. Let me see if I can pick this one up. I got this knockoff Lego Charizard and the evolutions chilling on my desk. It's kind of hard to see. It is officially licensed, which is interesting. They must not have been able to get a deal with Lego because they probably wanted more money than Lego wanted to spend. Introduce actual coin flips to Snap and watch the community implode. It would be kind of funny. Especially when you think about all the times like Snap has had like a coin flippy meta, which there've been quite a few. Anytime Hella's been relevant. Bum, bum. I think I'm gonna play a game with this. May as well burn some of these. Ba da 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 da. I like both franchises a lot, but the license only carries the game so far. Yeah, agreed. Agreed. For me, the gameplay carried Snap much harder than the The license did. Pokemon, it's probably the opposite. Pokemon, I think the license carries it more than the gameplay. I like the gameplay, though. I know it's not everyone's cup of tea, but I like it. I think it'll only get better over time. Like I think the gameplay got a little stale from the first set, but I think that happens in most card games when you have a small base set. But the first mini set really got me more excited. I've been playing a little bit of Rivals too, not too much, because I'm not a big team shooter person as much as I used to be, but I've been playing a little bit of that game. If I ever watched anime, indeed. I have watched quite a bit of anime in my time. I used to do a bunch of cosplay stuff years back. Go to conventions and shit. Fun times. This is just free stats. Or it's paying 1 for 1 here, but I get +1. Yeah, I used to be pretty big weeb. I haven't kept up with as much modern anime, but there's some things I still watch. Oh yeah, I'm a huge Nintendo fan. I fucking love Nintendo. Moon Girl, where were you? Where were you, Moon Girl? They go wide here. Brother, that is not nearly enough points. Look at all these stats. Big numbers. TNA needs to deal with all the ropers. They got 10 last night. That's rough. Yeah, I am indeed a big capital G gamer. Yeah, I had a shooter phase when I was like in middle school and high school. I fell off of it over time. Part of that definitely is getting worse at them, but I still play COD Zombies though. But really, the old shooters were more of a social thing. You think there's been a new card that's seen as worse than Arsham in terms of hated by the community and impact on the game? New card? Probably not. Probably not that I can think of. Arsham was the most divisive card we've had in a long time. Yeah.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Pawnee Raid. What's up, Pawnee? Hope you had a good stream. Appreciate the raid. How was Snap treating ya? What are we doing here? We're doing a whole lot of nothing. Really, Icebox? Madge. This is so bad. I have played Animal Crossing. I do like kind of the chill life sim kind of games. I guess we just play the She-Hulk. Just say fuck it and play the She-Hulk. Get to 5K in high voltage. Nice. Yeah, the new card should be fun. Looks pretty neat. Played a lot of high voltage the last 2 days. It's a good mode. I don't want priority, so I'm gonna stack. You might get it anyway, but people retreating in high voltage. Oof, that's rough. That's a big Shaw. The good news, though, is we have this little card called Shadow King. He's pretty goated. Far beyond the moonlight. So far away. This is overkill. I should put this here. Watch me lose to that. Yeah, Animal Crossing School, I played a lot of that back during lockdown. I went pretty hard on pimping my island. I played most of the like first party Nintendo releases. Like many other gamers, though, I have the bad habit of accruing quite a library of games and then not finding the time to play them as much as I would like. That's something I'm hoping to change. I started to get a little bit better this year. They're out of here. Well, this works out because I need a few more points so I can pick up this variant next week. Or I guess tomorrow. It's not even next week. Misery must go on. Like Balatro is a great example. I know I'm going to like that game and I own that game and I have not picked up playing it yet because I'm kind of afraid of how much time I'm going to sink into it. But joke's on me, I guess, because like a bunch of other very like addictive games came out. Like the past like day or two, I've been playing a whole ton of the Bazaar. That game is quite fun, even though I'm very mediocre at it. I like it quite a bit. Duely's overpowered as hell, though. I know a lot of people have been on the Rivals train. It's nice to see that game having so much success. That's one of those things I like once in a while. I think I would like that game more if I took the time to learn a bunch of the characters, but I'm really lazy, so I just go to the characters I like and know how to play already, which is like Venom and Jeff. Like Luna Snow or something. I've always liked playing healers. Healers are fun. I was a Mercy main in Overwatch. Mercy's my goat. But it's cool to see that. So like when the Concord discourse and stuff happened and that game failed massively, there were so many people who were like, oh, we just don't need another hero shooter. And it's like, I think there is an audience for hero shooters. It's just you have to make like a good game and you have to position it right for the market. And then Rivals did that and boom, it's been having huge success. So good for them. A lot of Snap creators have been playing it, which is cool. I know I've seen Intero playing it a bunch. Yeah, the monetization is chill in that game. They're like, what if we just gave you this good game for free and had medium to high level like cosmetics to compensate? And people were like, sign me the fuck up. Concord felt like artificially manufactured. It's like someone wrote a prompt into Chat GPT and was like, hey, what if we made the Guardians of the Galaxy, but we can't call them the Guardians of the Galaxy? That's what it felt like. It felt like they were trying to be the Guardians of the Galaxy on a fresh new IP. And it makes me kind of sad because, like, I think some of the wrong lessons will be learned from that game. Companies are very, and this isn't just in gaming, this is in like TV and movies and stuff too. Companies are very like adverse to doing new IPs as much as they used to. Like, think about when you were like a kid, how often like a new cool IP would come out of nowhere and it would be sick. And it doesn't happen as much anymore because things are more expensive, and so companies want to have a guarantee return on their investment. So they're too afraid to be like, let's make something new and interesting and take a risk. Because nowadays, like, one big failure is enough to shut down a whole fucking game studio, which is crazy. Concord had a lot of issues, though. Like, they were smoking crack if they thought people were going to pay $40 for that game, man. They were legitimately smoking crack. Who let them cook? Oh, we got a dog. Hell yeah. Dog is actually kind of value here, even though they got a bigger thing than we did. Although I guess dog isn't that good. We're still gonna do this though, and we're just gonna hit Gwenpool, and it'll be great. I want to snap, but I probably can't with this setup. It's another surfer. Shadow King. Well, not ideal, but it's not ideal. But we'll do what we can. Wish I could have copied Titania instead of Kitty, but okay. That is a decision. I guess they had to do that because of Asteroid M being bad for them. Alright, well, if they want to stay, they have to pay. They have to pay the price. Oh, my monkey. My monkey's gonna move. No. That's bad. Shit. I don't want my monkey to move. I shouldn't have boomer snapped. Fuck. Oh. Oh. Wait. Surfer. There's Surfer. I'd lose. Sad. Would I have won if I did the monkey? Oh, wait. I might have. Or if the jug hit different cards? I guess not. But yeah, it's really a shame that companies aren't as willing to take risks as they used to be, because it leads to less cool new IPs for everyone to enjoy. Because the only way you end up with like cool new things is people trying stuff. On the plus side, it has led to, I feel like, a resurgence in the indie game slash like just smaller studio part of the industry, which is cool. Like, there have been some banger indies this year. They've been really good. Bro, you are shitting me. You are actually having a laugh. Fucking every buff hits the Shadow King? What are we doing here, game? What are we doing? What the hell are we doing here? I mean, I can shrink their stuff. I think the thing with fresh IPs is it's hard to build a brand off of it because so many of the things that are successful in part because of their brand awareness. It's an interesting problem to solve. But there are new ones that are, well, I guess technically Helldivers wasn't a new IP because there was a Helldivers 1, but let's be honest, like 80-90% of the people who played Helldivers 2 did not play Helldivers 1. I'd never heard of it. That game was a banger though. Helldivers was sick. That game was very cool. Yeah, I played a lot of it. I still need to check out the new stuff they did with that new update, but I really liked that game. Played it a bunch with my friends. She-Hulk is poggers. Trying to think what other new things came out this year. What were my favorite games of this year? There were some really good ones that came out that I haven't played yet. I've really enjoyed Path of Exile 2. That shit is a certified banger. For sure. Very good game. Yeah, I'm curious about Naughty Dog's new game too. I just ordered Astrobot with the gift card I got from the holidays. That should be fun. I might play Astrobot on stream. I'm very excited for that game. I really loved the first one. Yeah, it's just a really cool game. I might just play this here. One, two, three, four. So this will be a 11. Or they could jug me, I guess. That's fine with me. Oh, it's not fine with me. What the fuck? Ah. Shadow King his ass. Oh, we got, right? Yeah, Shadow King didn't do anything. I guess I needed to play the She-Hulk in the middle. It didn't matter where I played the She-Hulk. It was just Jug RNG. Double Jug is fucking heinous. Into some heinous shit. Oh, fuck off, Triskelion. They were drinking the haterade. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with like, I think it's fine to enjoy established IPs. I know I do. Electra Snipe. Yeah, PoE was a big one for me. I played a shit ton of that. What else did I play a lot of this year? I think I'm drawing a blank on what some of my more favorite things were this year. Helldivers was really good. I liked Helldivers a lot. Bro did not know how that interaction worked, I'm guessing. Groot. He do be Groot. This will cost 4. Is it enough? Bum, bum, bum. Shaw. Jug. Jug D's nuts. Scared to try this deck on ladder. I was doing fine with it for some time and I started losing so many 8s. Feels bad. It's a good deck. It is a good deck. But yeah, I'm sure sometimes they hit you with the surprise tech or something and it's like, ah, shit. Beep, beep. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, bum, bum. Oh, Animal Well. Animal Well was a banger. I loved Animal Well. That's the best, like, puzzle-focused Metroidvania game I have played in a very long time. That game is actually fucking awesome. Dope-ass game. It's Bobbert. Who's Infinite? Well, Tekken 8, Final Fantasy 14 expansion, Pokemon Pocket. Those are my games of the year because I actually played them. It's a good list. I have a lot of friends who are really into Final Fantasy. I think it's a good game. I just don't want to get sucked into an MMO again. Is what it boils down to. Oh, are they gonna double jug me again? No, they're just gonna get absolutely clowned by Shadow King. Let's see. Oh, Pal World was kind of fun. I never beat that game, but I played a good bit of it. It was fun. Actually, wait. Do I even want this here? Probably not because of Prio. Pal World was fun, though, for like a week or two. I liked that game. Games in February. Oh, Persona 3 Reload. I'm still working on that game, but I do like it. I do enjoy it. I'm just very slow at beating it, but that was a good one. The Warhammer game was pretty cool. I liked that game quite a bit. What else came out? Final Fantasy VII Rebirth came out, but I haven't played that yet. I have it, but I have not played it. Unicorn Overlord I just got for the holidays. I'm looking forward to trying that out. Hi-Fi Rush? Oh no, that came out on PS5 this year. Hi-Fi Rush was a sick game. Bro, you know this guy has got to be getting real fucking annoyed. I would be getting annoyed. We're just Shadow Kinging him every game. Double Shadow King. Holy fuck. Yeah, I really like the 7 remake too, so I'm excited to play the follow-up. I heard the South Park game was kind of bad, which was sad to hear, because the other two South Park games are pretty good. South Park Snow Day. What else came out? Hades 2 came out in early access. I haven't played that yet. They remastered the Thousand Year Door, which made me so happy. That's one of my favorite games. Paper Mario, the Thousand Year Door. So good. Is there ever an angle to... No, I can't really troll them very well with Titania, right? Unfortunately not. Yeah, I didn't want to play full price for it either. Why didn't they play that in the bar, dude? That's greed. It feels like greed to me. Oh, that's greed, buddy. That's greed. The problem is Jug might clean my clock, but fuck it. We ball. Holy fuck. That's so much power. So this is the lane they're gonna jug me, for sure. Oh, but if I Shadow King on the left, I kind of fuck my own sunspot over, but... I mean, it's probably still worth... It's probably still worth it. Played him like a fucking fiddle, dude. Played him like a goddamn fiddle. You know they're tossing their phone out the fucking window. I sure would. They were up like what? They were up 8-2, I think. They were up 8-2 and we Shadow Kinged them for 4 games in a row. Holy fuck. Holy fuck, man. I would be a very unhappy camper if I were the server player. I would not be feeling MarvelSnap. That's funny. Let's see. We're up to June. I'm looking at the big game releases. I heard V Rising was good. I want to try that. I also picked this up on sale recently. SMT5 Vengeance. The Elden Ring DLC, which I didn't buy, but I own through game sharing. Banana Rump. Wait, there's a new Monkey Ball game? I did not know they made a new Monkey Ball game. 16 players can compete online. Oh. Now I know why I didn't hear about this. Not interested. Yeah, Conquest is something else. Concord, August 23rd. Game of the year right there. Oh yeah, they ported some of the Castlevania games to Switch. That was cool. Although I have those on emulator. Oh, I need to pick up the Zelda game. I didn't buy the Zelda game yet. That's actually a game I would like to get. I've mainly tried to stop buying games on release unless I'm positive I'm going to play them. Because then I usually just buy them later for cheaper. The exception is Nintendo Switch games, because those don't go down in price very much. Warhammer I really liked. I played some Marvel vs. Capcom. That was fun, even though I'm not a huge fighting guy. I've been putting off Balatro, but I'll get to it. Oh yeah, the D4 expansion. I really liked the D4 expansion, even though it certainly wasn't without some flaws. I played a shit ton of the D4 expansion. I had fun. I just really like ARPGs, is what I've realized. Sinking my teeth into a good ARPG is just fun. I started playing Metaphor recently. This game is cool. Animal Well was one of my favorite games of the year for sure. I highly recommend Animal Well. If you like, the site is kind of ass, but I was just looking for a list. If you like Metroidvania games that are more focused on like puzzles than combat, 6 out of 10 they're smoking crack. This game was awesome. Genuinely, easily like top 5 game of the year for me. It sent me back to like, I mean, it's different than the old Metroid games because it's not as combat focused. It's more puzzly, but just the like, I'll show the art style real quick. It's just a beautiful game. I love the old like the aesthetic with like the lions that make it look like you're on an old CRT TV. I played it on the OLED Steam Deck, so the colors really popped. It's funny, this gameplay is kind of zoomed in. Doesn't show. It's actually a bit more zoomed out when you're watching or when you're playing it. Yeah, it's like this. It's great. It was just, it's one of those games like you cannot, I'd recommend learning nothing about it before playing it because it's just, so much of the fun is exploring it yourself. I also really liked Get to Work. I had a lot of fun on Get to Work. I still have to beat the bonus level, but I really liked Get to Work. That game was really fun. It scratched a very specific type of itch, and I think it made for a very fun stream game. Just trying to climb my way to the top. Super Mario Party Jamboree. This game bangs. I need to play this more, actually. I really, really liked the new Super Mario Party. It was very good. Good boards. New game modes that were cool. Is there a fan in the Steam Deck? There is. There is a fan. They also introduced a white one recently. No, you don't want it to have a fan. It's not like super loud usually. Although I guess it depends on what game you're playing. I love my little Steam Deck. It's not like it's like some big gamer turbo fan or anything though. It's not like it makes much noise. Steam Deck, I think, is still one of my favorite gaming purchases I've made. It's great. It's a great little machine. Black Ops 6 was fun, mainly for the zombies, but I've heard the campaign is good. Need to find some time for that, but I liked Black Ops 6. Want it? If I had to choose between the iPad and the Steam Deck, it's an iPad every time. I mean, that's fair, especially for things like balloons and whatever. I love Mario Party. I love playing Mario Party with friends, even with randoms online. But particularly with friends, because it's more fun to tilt them. Phasmophobia was good. Pocket came out. Pocket was a definite highlight. I can't believe they remastered fucking Horizon Zero Dawn. Sony's so silly. Sony is very silly. Oh yeah, didn't they remaster the Warcraft shit after it? Didn't they finally fix Warcraft 3 or something when they did this? I don't know. I've heard these are good, the Dragon Quest remakes. Those are games like I wouldn't buy, but I would hope my friend who I game share with buys and then get to play them. Nine Souls. I'm thinking about buying this game. It's on sale. I love the art style of this game. It's so beautiful. It's like Souls-like. Very, very pretty game that has gotten a lot of good reviews. I'm probably going to use my Steam Deck or Steam wallet extra dollars on this, I think. It very much looks like a type of game I would enjoy. I was so excited that they announced a sequel to Okami at the Game Awards. Okami is such a cool game that I never thought we would ever see anything about again. Okami is old. Okami is really old. When did Okami come out? Okami came out in 2006. It's almost 20 years old. This game was so cool and had such a... It was one of the early, like, cell-shaded style. And it was such a forgotten IP, and it was owned by fucking Konami or whatever, I think, and it just seemed unlikely to ever have anything done with it again. So I was really happy to see that announced, even though it probably won't happen anytime soon. Star Wars Outlaws. It's crazy how, like, that game didn't bomb, but I feel like Star Wars Outlaws had the most mid reception I've ever seen and was, like, forgotten about in a week. I feel like Star Wars Outlaws was, like, a great example of why no one gives a fuck about Ubisoft anymore. They just found a way to create, like, the same games in slightly different packages. And the only thing people really care about are the Assassin's Creed ones. Those generally do well. Dune Imperium came out. It's the best board game strategy game I've played this year. I want people to play tabletop of it with me. Yeah, I've heard good things about the Dune game. It's a great IP and a mediocre game, yeah. It seems like a fine game. That game feels like that's one of those games you pick up for like $15 and it's like, all right, it's pretty probably would enjoy it, but I would never pay full price for it. But I think there's something to be said about, like, I almost find, like, mediocre / bland games more offensive than bad ones sometimes. Because, like, some bad games, you can at least see they were trying to do something interesting, but it didn't work out. But if it's just, like, cookie cutter slop, it's like, I don't know. Maybe that's a hot take. Yeah. I'm a pretty big Star Wars fan myself, but I haven't been as into it. We actually rewatched the whole original trilogy and the prequels kind of recently with my friend. It was fun. What was this month? Path of Exile 2, Marvel Rivals are big ones. I've heard great things about this Indiana Jones game. Might pick up a month of Game Pass at some point and play it. The Mighty Morphin Power Rangers game looks quite fun, but I'm not paying $35 for it. Also heard mixed reviews about it. The Resident Evil 2 remake came out on mobile and Mac. That's funny. It's so funny seeing Apple try and like make some money off of gaming, and they're just porting like games that are like a few years old and trying to sell them for like max price. It's like they're trying to Nintendo it. But I don't think there's enough interest. But what do I know? Yeah, Palworld had its expansion. What's up, Theodoros? Happy New Year to you too. Yeah. We wish hard enough. Maybe I can be a high skill player in the new year. I'm gonna do a longer stream for New Year's tomorrow, I think. Gonna do a drinking stream for New Year's. I need to buy some beer because I don't have any beer here. So I have to get up at a reasonable hour to do that tomorrow. So there were a lot of good games that came out this year, but I didn't play a lot of them. I blame live service. Well, let's finish this run. That'll probably do it for me for today. Let's see if we can get a ticket with our fun little She-Hulk deck. Ba, ba, ba. Already almost 3. Sheesh. I need to fix my sleep schedule in the new year. I definitely want to try some new things in the new year. I really want to find a way to find success with more highly edited, high-quality content. But I don't think that's going to happen in the Snap space. I think I'm going to have to put a more general gaming lens on that if I want to find success with it. I tried it with Snap. I'm really happy with what I produced. I might do some more of that at some point if I find the time, but the audience interest just isn't there for the amount of work it takes. If I'm going to put that much work into something, I need it to do better. Because the Snap History videos are a lot of work, and I really love how they came out, but I wish they were more appealing to a general audience because they were niche. So I'm trying to brainstorm some new ideas. I do want to try new stuff in the new year. Maybe I'll even have a better streaming schedule. Although I think I've improved the streaming schedule quite a bit. But I need a schedule where people actually know what time to expect streams. I'm not good with the time. I've gotten better about streaming more, but I'm terrible about managing time. It's tricky. Oh, MarvelSnap, please. Please, MarvelSnap, just give me a game. Is that so much to ask? I beg of you. Just give me a game. I've been really enjoying, I spent way too long last night jamming Games of the Bazaar while watching, Northern Lion VODs of him playing the game in the background. Bazaar is really fun. 9-2 with the black deck? Nice. I was thinking about doing some Magic at some point. I need to see about doing a Commander game at some point. I miss playing Commander. I loved playing Commander. I used to play so much Commander. I played so much Commander. Captain Freedom. You want to use your fake Commander cards? Yeah, we should try and see if people are down. I'm sure there's interest. Fuck it. I don't want to deny myself a draw, so I think I just do this. Oh no, Red Guardian, whatever will I do? Oh, were you the one who made the Reddit diagram? I saw that popping off. Didn't it end up being like they nerf it a third of the time, they buff it a third of the time, they do nothing a third of the time, roughly? I think that's what it worked out to, if I recall correctly. You include beta, it's literally one out of 3 splits. Yeah, I saw that come up on my. I don't really check Reddit much, but I saw someone posted it in like KM's Discord or something. The balance definitely got better in Snap this year, I think. I think the balance was pretty alright this year. I think this is the play. Thanks for the 8. Brother, what were we thinking there? What were we thinking, Captain Freedom? GG. Goliath brain, yes. Yes, indeed. Here's hoping it kills some of the myth. Unfortunately, I don't think it will. Mainly because human beings have very selective memory. I get why I think part of it is, I think it feels like they nerf it more than they do, because the times the pass is strong enough to be nerf worthy, it like overtakes the game. I think they closed their phone. So I think that's where part of it comes from, is like when the cards are overtuned, They're so much more memorable. They're out of here. Oh, that was chill. This deck's fun. I really do think, like, Snap's in a very decent place for the most part in terms of, like, meta game stuff. I don't really like how good move bounces, but that's just a personal preference. But it's, like, pretty decently balanced. I've just played so many of these decks, you know, so much over time that they aren't as, it doesn't hit like it used to, you know? I've built a snap tolerance. And I would like to be able to take some time away from it and then come back and enjoy it more. But unfortunately, Second Dinner doesn't like people doing that. They don't like you taking a healthy break from the game. Well, I did make it to the red border. Well, we got a ticket with it, so I guess I'll tweet the deck. I just wanted to play with the Sunspot split I got. Bum, 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 bum. Do, 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 do. Well, new card tomorrow. I don't know what the plan is for tomorrow other than I'm probably going to start earlier, maybe. And probably do a longer stream for New Year's since most people aren't streaming on New Year's. The last few times I've done New Year's streams, it's pulled in a lot of people, which has been cool. So I wonder if we'll see that again. I doubt it because the Snap category is kind of resident sleeper this year, but we'll see. We shall see what happens, but we're gonna... Either way, we're gonna enjoy some beers and make a time of it. Probably do some Pocket tomorrow, too. We'll do some Snap with the new card. We'll do some Pocket. You can get some footage for some decks I want to post. And maybe some other stuff. But yeah, that's what we're gonna call it a wrap for today. Let's see, who is streaming? Who is streaming? I'll send you guys over to Crime Afoot. Read. Show him some love. Have a good night. If you enjoyed the stream, feel free to drop a follow, etc., etc. And if I don't see you tomorrow, have a enjoyable New Year's Eve. Peace.